Mark McKeever. Hey, man, thanks for the congrats, bro. Yeah, it feels crazy. I think we got two people in the chat. Jay Wolfie, what's going on, bro? Can you hear me all right? Hello there. Let me know if the audio's coming through. I'm using my PS4 headset. Perfect audio. Sweet. Okay. What's going on, Robin Adams? Welcome, everybody. Sweet. So yeah, I don't know if you guys can see behind me. This is my LGS slash place of business and where I work. There's a bunch of Star Wars ships on the ceiling because my boss is a huge Star Wars nerd like the rest of us. Both of them are actually. Nick Mayfield, what's going on, bro? What's going on? But yeah, basically, I'll start from the entrance. So you walk in from these two doors, and then if you turn to your left, all the board games are on that wall. All the board games that you guys see me talk about and play and ship away to friends and everything come from here. They got more. They got comic books. I know I saw MN comic books in the chat. All the comics are over here and down here too. What is for sale in the store you want but don't have yet? That's a very good question. Pretty much everything that I don't have yet. I usually buy something all the time. Dice. Can never have enough dice. The shop looks like my closet. That's awesome, dude. Joyful Spirit, what's up? Also, I played card games, so the card sleeves. You always need card sleeves. From Jeremy to Matt to Pat. Yeah, we kind of synced it perfectly tonight. That's crazy. That's how it worked out. That our lives kind of coincided with one another. And then all the RPG books, dude. It's like the biggest RPG collection I have ever seen. Like, there's a crap ton of books. Oh, I might have to send you something for your birthday, Chief Supreme, since you don't have a comic shop where you're at. Solomon Wolford, thanks for the congrats, man. Appreciate it. Thoughts on Warhammer 3 trailer? I actually haven't seen it yet. But yeah, hey Kylo Ren, what's going on, bro? Yeah, I've been doing good. Just slowly making content and getting stuff caught up with my kids and everything. So I had to do a live as soon as I hit 6K for you guys. And a lot of you have been asking to see my shop and where I play and where I work and everything. So what better time than a 6K milestone, right? Yep, we're in Crestview. Yep, Crestview, Florida. There's actually a store YouTube channel that my boss has. I've linked it a couple times. It's actually the store name, so it's Game Masters Guild on YouTube, and definitely check it out. He gives you a lot of like in-depth stuff, like product reviews and stuff like that. The next video I'm releasing is Fast and Furious Tokyo Drift. Holden and I watched that. And after that, I'm not sure. I got a couple things. I got another D&D video coming out. I know a lot of you guys want another D&D video. Hey, Matt Lane's in the chat. Let's see what he's saying. One of the nerdiest things you could do for 6K. I wouldn't have had it any other way, man. Yeah, Matt, you know me. You know how I do. Hey, what's going on, Stephen Baker? How you doing, bro? But yeah, I'm trying not to be awkward. This is a very weird live because I've never done anything like this before. Congrats. Oh, Random Andy's channel, super chat. Thanks, man. Congrats, bro. Some awesome 4K away from 10K. Yeah, I know. It's an honor to support you on Patreon. Thanks a lot, man. That's also something I wanted to talk about was all the patrons and stuff that I have. Super thankful for that. look forward to visiting your store whenever I'm in Florida. Hey, yeah, man, stop by. Definitely stop by. I'll probably be here at any random. We're only closed one day a week, so. My birthday's on the 8th. Feel free to send me any of those TIE fighters hanging from the roof, JK. Oh, your birthday's on the 8th? I'll see if I could do something similar, Nick Mayfield. Make sure that you let me know where you're at. I might do something special for you. MN Comic Books. LOL, Matt, don't act like you're not a nerd. I know, right? Matt is a nerd. So yeah, Cobra Kai is definitely something I'm going to do with Ash. You guys have voted on Patreon, those of you that are patrons of the channel, and we're definitely going to pause off the Alien franchise since we did Aliens and go right into Cobra Kai. Ash has been swamped at work, so that's one of the main reasons why we haven't been doing it. So that once, as soon as, I think this week was the last hell week for her at work, so hopefully we'll get right into it and go into doing Cobra Kai this weekend. Is it really Matt Lane from Vance Refrigeration? That's funny. Love your masks. Oh, thanks. I appreciate it. Yeah, I actually got it at work. I got it for working. Cause yeah, wear your mask, man. And of course, my boss knows I'm a huge Star Wars nerd, so she got me this. So another thing I wanted to talk about was new shirt for the channel. So for those of you that follow across the entire Nerd Team 6 family, Matt and Jenna have cats, and there was a moment in one of the BTSs where the cat came in the house, and I thought I was totally responsible because I was like, oh crap, I let the cat in the house, and we were filming, and I just randomly just spurted out. I was just like, there's a cat in the house. And it's been this meme ever since. Like, Matt loves it, Jenna loves it, so they were like, just throw it on a t-shirt. So I put it on my Teespring page, just got the sample shirt in, so it looks great, feels great. Definitely feel free. Once the video uploads, I'll post a link to the Teespring page if you guys wanted to get your own. That'd be really cool to help me out a lot. So definitely check that out. But let's see. Maybe I should turn my closet into a shop now. Yeah, that'd be cool, I guess. Stephen Baker, I'm doing all right, Pastor. Thank you very much for everything, bro. I'm glad to hear you're doing great. Yeah, man. I'm glad you're doing great too, buddy. I'm glad you're doing great. Super chat from Matt Lane Fitness. Bro, you didn't have to do that, but I appreciate it. Stupid happy for you, brother. Can't wait to see you this weekend. I know, same. I don't know what we're filming, but it's going to be great, bro. Random Andy, yeet. That's awesome, bro. That's awesome that you're super enthused for this, because so am I. So am I. Just came from Matt's live. Congratulate you on hitting 6K. Keep up the good work. Matthew Hall. Hey, man, I appreciate it. So I'm getting a little bit of a raid from Matt. That's awesome. Highest priced item in the store. That's a very good question. I could tell you something that's priceless. So I don't know if you guys can see this really gigantic Naboo fighter that's here. There's one here, and there's actually one way over there. Those are not for sale under any circumstances. So that's a priceless item. As far as like the most expensive thing that you can purchase, yeah. Probably this. Yeah, probably some of the magic stuff, like the secret lair up there. Here, it's like $300.
There's a couple Warhammer things that are pretty expensive. Yeah, but anything over $300. I'm trying to think off the top of my head.
Or the Warhammer stuff. So yeah, this.
There might be a couple comic books in the back that are pretty expensive. But yeah.
There's quite a few things, basically. It depends. We're always getting new stuff, so. But yeah, the people walking around.
Maybe a couple magic cards because there's some.
Oh yeah, forgot the consignment stuff.
Couple of those maybe.
Some of these cards, I don't know if you guys can see. Some of these cards are like hundreds of dollars, like almost like shy of $1,000. Some of them are. So that's pretty expensive for those Magic the Gathering players out there. Those are legacy cards, and they are very expensive. But yeah. So the people walking around are, I don't know if they, yeah, there's Val. She's one of my bosses. And then that's Andrews way over there. He's been in some of my TikTok videos. He's my coworker, and he's holding down the fort right now. Yeah.
My one line.
What's the most valuable thing in the store? We are. Yeah, we are. I would say Val's just like we are. Yeah, definitely the people that work here because we allow it to happen. You know, is the store closed? No, it's not. It's just
Oh, it's just super late at night.
yeah,
We're just not busy right this moment. It's
Yeah.
super late at night, and since we're not running in-store events because of COVID, yeah, we just don't happen to have any customers right this moment. But
Yep.
if you'd been here about 4 hours ago, it was pretty busy. So.
yeah. It ebbs and flows. Like we get hit real hard sometimes, like with this constant, like an hour or two of just business out of crazy, and then it'll like slow down. So, but thankfully it's been consistent. So. Oh, that shirt is hilarious. Thanks, man. Yeah, that's a little bit of history with the t-shirt. Let's see. Where is that? Where? I'm buying it now. Oh, the shirt. Oh, it's on my Teespring, Matt. It's on my Teespring, bro. The back, I don't know if you can see it. The back of the shirt, I'm going to use the window here, is just the channel logo on the very back. It's like a big Snotky Videos. And then the front looks like that. But yeah, bro, it's on Teespring. Let's see. There's a cat in the house. Hey, Jenna's in the chat. I'm a little behind on the chats right here. I'm trying to catch up. What's going on, Jenna? Just tuned in. This audio, man, is great. Congrats on 6K. Thanks a lot, man. I really appreciate it. I'm using my PS4 headset. There's a lane in the house. That's awesome. That's awesome. That's really funny. Snapkey Videos. Godzilla versus Kong. Who I got? Huh. So, 2 seconds, maybe 2 sentences on my thoughts on that. I honestly don't care who wins. I'm just really excited for a good flick. I haven't been the biggest Kong fan, like most people I know. I think I was a little too young to be a super Kong fan. I'm more into the Godzilla movies, with the exception of the Matthew Broderick one that I thought was kind of bad. But as a kid, I thought it was great because it was Godzilla. Who cares, right? So I want to say Godzilla from a fandom, but I actually don't know. I just hope the movie's good. Unlike Freddy vs. Jason, where I kind of wanted Jason to win like wholeheartedly, I don't really care who wins this fight as long as the movie's watchable and the movie's good. Thank you very much, Steven. Thank you, buddy. Steven Baker, always positive, always showing love and support, always has good things to say. Show Steven Baker some love in the chat, guys. Patrick, what's going on? Patrick Stewart in the chat. They're probably going, hey, Patrick Stewart, not the Patrick Stewart, but he's the same amount of awesome. So Patrick Stewart is in the chat. Random Andy, what's going on, bro? Team Kong, Chief Supreme says Team Kong. Like I said, man, I just want a good fight. It's like a boxing fight or MMA fight. I just want a good fight. I don't want it to be 5 seconds long, basically. Thanks, Patrick. I really appreciate it, man. It feels crazy. I remember when I had 20 subscribers, and now, it's like 6,020 or whatever it was last time I checked. It's insane. Like it happened in all of 2020. And those of you that haven't seen it, I have a 2020 video on the channel as to why 2020 didn't suck for me, because we know it sucked by and large for everyone in the world. So I just had a couple thankful things to say about 2020, and that's definitely one of those things, that the channel just exploded. Possibly Nitro Stark. I think that's what we're doing, but I don't know for sure. You know how Holden is. He just does things. He's on the go, man. My dog just jumped on the fence, which is supposed to keep my dog out. Oh no, dude. Go make sure your dog's okay, buddy. That's more important than the live. I appreciate you hanging out, though. Let's see the gems. The gems. What do you mean by the gems, Nick? You maybe the dice? Is that what you're talking about? Because we got a lot of them, man. We've got metal dice, D6s like crazy down here. All the sets for D&D and all the other tabletop games. And then some like novelty dice, I guess, like really cool looking ones off to the side here. And then all the dice bags are over here. And then over here, these dice, guys, are sick. If you guys have like at your local game store and stuff, look for these serious dice. They are sick looking. Like, look at that. It literally look like gems. So maybe that's what Nick's talking about. What's the oldest item in the store? Val. Val's.
Even I kind of went,
Some of these
D&D stuff.
or
Because I think we have some first editions.
some of the old, yeah.
Actually, yeah, that's actually.
Like this Monsters Manual is probably from like 1984 or something.
I
Probably
might
some of, like,
know.
old-
Give me a sec.
These are really old Dungeons and Dragons books from like AD&D and stuff. Some of these are from like the early 80s, maybe even the 70s, I think. But that's probably what the oldest thing would be, is probably some product from way back in the day. Which, by the way, Matt, if you're still in the chat, we need to play D&D as like a Matt tries D&D for the first time or something like that, because a bunch of people have been asking for that, bro. And I really am excited for you to play some sort of barbarian or some sort of fighter, because I just see that from you. And we really need to make that happen. And maybe even do it as like a live, or I'm trying to work the gears out to figure out what would be the best way to do it, but it has to happen. We got this cool inflatable R2D2 up here. That's been here ever since I've been a patron of the store. Got a Chimera up here, which is super sweet. Those of you that are fans of the MCU, pretty much all of you guys. This really sweet Vader that's almost as, well, maybe not as tall as me, but he's over half my height. Those things are pretty sweet. See if I missed any more chat. Pastor, I sent you a message in Patreon. We got, oh, you got the hammer. That's sweet. I think I saw something on there about a video. I am super excited about watching that. If I had my tablet or something else that I can watch it, I would have a live reaction, which I might still do that. Like just record myself reacting to it and then send it to you. The reaction video of the reaction. Because I'm really excited to see how they liked it. Why is it not for sale? Oh, the Naboo fighter. Sentimental value. The rarity of it. I think it was a Walmart advertisement for episode 1, so they're super hard to come by. And it's Star Wars. It's really hard to sell Star Wars stuff. Yeah, you can't really find them online. Yeah, this.
It took David a lot of digging to find that one after we got this one.
Yeah, it's super, super sweet. I mean, with 3D printers now, you might be able to 3D print yourself one. Because, you know, like that ship there from, I think that's 2001: A Space Odyssey. That's 3D printed. That one that's right there. So it's possible. It's definitely possible. Have a good day, Brad. I'm trying to catch up on the chat here. Some reserve lifts MTG. Yes, we definitely have. I think we have like a Savannah, a Taiga, maybe not a Taiga, but I saw a Scrubland somewhere in there. Yeah, 2 Savannahs, Mana Drain. There's a lot of old stuff in here, bro. No card is worth 1K. Yeah, it's cardboard after all, right? Like, it shouldn't be, but it is. It's just like anything else. Like, just put value on something, and it could cost, you know, anywhere from 1,000 to 2,000 to 3,000 to 100,000. You know. Oldest item in the store. I'm gonna spam. Get the mods. Everyone says hi to you guys. Oldest item in the store. Matt spamming the oldest item in the store. Val says she is. If not her, then it's probably one of the role-playing books that are from like the 70s. Or it might be the fridge in the back.
Old. No, that's not even, anyways.
Actually, no. Might be David.
Marte, hopefully I'm saying your name right. Thank you, Pastor, and everyone else in the squad. You guys have been keeping me entertained for the past year. Love y'all. Love you too, bro. And I think I could speak for the entire crew that you guys are a big part of why we do this. We would do it anyway because we just like making videos, but you guys are definitely a huge part of it, and you guys make it worth it, and you guys make it really happy, and you know, it makes us excited for when we get together to make content for you guys. So thank you. Appreciate you. Chris M. Hey Val, Pastor deserves a raise. Actually, I get taken care of here, and I'm not just trying to brown nose because I'm here, but I get like really, really good stuff when I'm here. Like I definitely get really good deals because I work here and stuff. So a raise is not necessary at this point. But thank you. Stephen Baker, hey coworkers, what's going on? Oldest item in the store. Matt's still spamming. Brad Fedek, what's going on? Brad, how you doing, bro? How's How's the baby situation coming along? Hopefully it's going well, man. Ban Matt. I cannot ban Matt. I don't think Matt could do anything for me to ban him. Because it's Matt, guys. It's Matt. Team Godzilla. I could feel that. I could feel that. Matt has a question. Well, I'm really behind in this chat. Let's see. A lot of Team Godzillas. A lot of Team Godzillas. A part of Kong's axe is made out of Godzilla spikes. That hints that Kong is strong enough to rip out chips of Godzilla. Now, that may be true, Oasis, but also it could be just like him shedding. Because I could see that being a reptile and all, reptilian-esque. So, but that's a really good point, though. Connor Stork, what's going on, bro? 6 hours to WandaVision episode 5. I know. I'm caught up finally. Let's see, make sure I don't miss anything else. It's really weird to like read the chat off my phone while I'm streaming too. I usually have it on the computer. Whoa, that was weird. Sorry. Pulled out my audio. Let me get that back in there. There we go. Sorry about that. Prime added Nexus, congrats on 6K. Thanks, bro. Thanks, man. You've been a big help in that. You know, helping us with the videos and stuff, man. Appreciate it. Prime's in the chat. Yes, he is. Wow, I am really behind on these. Oh, okay. Maybe not as behind as I thought. Everyone saying hi to Patrick. I love it. I love it. Robin Adams, congrats on 6K. Thanks, man. I really appreciate it. Really, really appreciate it. Got 39 people in chat. That's awesome. His camera said do a barrel. Yeah, sorry about that. I'm on like a handheld like stabilizer thing that I got. It's like really cheap one I got on Amazon to help with this live. I got it specifically for this live because I knew I was going to be walking around the store and stuff and didn't want it to be super shaky. Last check-in, Matt was having fun spamming about all this item in the store. What have I missed? That's funny. Super hyped. Pastor, you got any Lord of the Rings? Probably. Yep, stuff. I saw some stuff on the post earlier. Yeah, we actually have this really cool. Let me see if we have any in stock. We have a really sick 5th edition Dungeons and Dragons compatible Lord of the Rings. It's like Middle Earth, but I don't think we have any in stock right now because I don't see them on the shelf. But that's really, really, really cool item. For those of you that have played 5th edition, definitely check that out because it's basically the 5e rules, but you're playing in the world of the Lord of the Rings, like in Middle Earth, and it's awesome. As far as other Lord of the Rings stuff, I'm trying to see. I think we had a board game at one point, but that was like years ago. I don't think we have it anymore. Oh no, I lied. Yes, we do. So we have, what is it called? Lord of the Rings Journey to Middle Earth. That's like a board game from Fantasy Flight. We have that still in stock. MN had a good question. What is it? Pastor, best comic in the shop. Oh my God. Best comic in the shop. That's a really hard question. Very good question. Very hard question. It's very, very hard for me to pick a comic over the other, unless it's something that's like really important to me. Might be something that my boss has hanging on the wall, because he has certain comics. He has like a Wolverine one. He has a Thor one. Those comics, I don't know if they're super hella valuable, but I know that they're very important to him because he framed them and put them on the wall. So, I'm trying to find where it is. Yeah, there's this Thor 209. The glare is really hurting it, but there you go. That Thor 209 is framed, and the one above it is Submariner and She-Hulk, Tales to Astonish. Those are pretty sweet. Hey, Pastor, I'm wanting to get into X-Men. What comics would I recommend? Good question. For X-Men, honestly, I would probably start with like a graphic novel because there's just so much X-Men stuff that's out. It could be so overwhelming. Maybe start with like a mini series, like the I'm trying to think some of the ones I read. I'm a big Wolverine guy, so the Wolverine ones are the ones I tend to fall back on. definitely you could read like the Executioner song, which has the X-Men in it, and it's like a series of comics. As far as like which X-Men comic to read, the thing about comic books are, it doesn't matter which one you pick up. Yes, some of them may have like things that you have to like either know from previous editions, but they either give you a background or they give you enough information for you to know what they're talking about. Because each comic book, if I'm not mistaken, is designed to be able to read it on its own and treat everything else like a prequel or a sequel, if that makes sense. So I would just pick anything and just read it. Movie shows fandoms with a $5 super chat. Thanks, man. Congrats on 6K Passer. Did you believe the myth that in 1962 version of Godzilla won in the Japanese release and Kong in the American? I did. Really? This is the first time I'm hearing of that. That's actually pretty crazy. I mean, crazier things have happened, you know, so why not believe it, right? Until someone says it's not right. And so it's not true. And then you go on Snopes or you talk to your friends or however people discern whether things are just, you know, BS or not, I guess. Pastor, you got to bring Matt here and shop for some comics. I know, right? Like Matt, Crestview's not that far away from from Pensacola, where Matt and Holden live, and Jeremy. So Prime lives like halfway to Matt and Jeremy and Holden. So yeah, Holden's actually been in here several times. We've shot videos here before. TikTok reference, by the way. Nice. I know I made a TikTok reference earlier. I want to see a video of you taking Matt shopping there. Really? Okay. Yeah, maybe we could do that. Maybe for the 7,000 milestone, I'll have it planned out to where I get hopefully close to 7,000. I'll have Matt just be like, hey, Matt, might hit 7,000 soon, and get him out here to shop, and that'll be the live. That's actually a pretty cool idea. I like that. Just notice your Clan of Two hat. Oh, thanks. Ashley actually got this for Christmas for me. That was my Christmas present, one of them from Ash. So I'm wearing it because I just got out of the shower. My hair is like kind of crazy because I didn't have time to brush it because I wanted to get here and do this live. Bring me to anything. MCU, Matt from Matt Lane Fitness. Yeah, I know, right? We have some Marvel stuff. This is a game I'd like to play with Matt and the guys. It's called Legendary. It's a deck building game, but it's the game is called Legendary, so there's like different ones. See if we have any others. We did at one point, but they have like legendary aliens, legendary X-Files and stuff like that. It's a game where they just take like a fandom and it's the same rules. You basically build a deck and you go against the bad guys or the NPCs or whatever. And because Marvel has so many bad guys and so many good guys, it's a lot of fun to play. So I'd like to play this with Matt. We also have a Marvel collector's chess set up here. So yeah, we got some Marvel stuff. Definitely got some Marvel stuff. Stampy videos. The group needs to start watching DCEU films. MCU is done. Yeah, I know Holden wants to. I definitely know Holden wants to do the DCEU, and Matt and myself are really excited for it because we're huge Batman nerds. So it's gonna happen, I'm sure. Pastor, thoughts on 4E D&D? I have yet to play 5E. I'm DM'd. I DM'd a 4E campaign for 2 years and haven't played since. Hold on. I think I missed the chat. I think I missed a comment. What's my favorite thing in the store? Sorry if you answered this already. Oh no. My favorite thing in the store. Actually, I don't think I've been asked that yet. Favorite thing in the store probably have to be this. I'm actually gonna take you guys behind the counter for a second. It is a commemorative Star Wars Pepsi or Coke, can't remember. Pepsi, yeah. It's so basically, if you guys can see this, it's a giant Death Star, and each one of these characters is an actual bottle cap. So like this is Obi-Wan, and they all fit inside. And this particular one is basically a half Death Star. I don't know if you guys can see that. Hopefully you can. So this particular one was given to my boss by another military guy. I think it was an airman. My boss was in the Air Force. And it was like a passing it down from airman to airman, soldier to soldier. And it was missing the Jabba the Hutt bottle cap. And so Dave, my boss, Val's husband, went on eBay, I think, and found the Jabba bottle cap. And he was like, oh crap, it's complete. So he messaged the airman and said, hey, I I added to it. I added the jobber that was missing. So when I pass it down to another airman or serviceman or woman, whoever he passes it to, it'll be complete because he got the jobber in there. So that's probably my favorite thing in the store because it has a story attached to it that's really memorable, really awesome. It's attached to the military, and you guys know I support the military 100%. So that's probably my favorite thing in the store. This Phasma is pretty cool too. Reminds you to wash your hands. Wash your hands and wear your mask, guys. That's just a little public service announcement from me to you. So back to Patrick's question. Thoughts on 4E. So I've never played 4E. I've only ever played, like, I played AD&D once, and then I played 5E since it came out. 5E is amazing. It is hands down probably the best iteration of Dungeons and Dragons by and large from the fan community and stuff. It's just so polished. It's so user friendly. It's simpler to run, and it's easier for you to get a run and go at it. So if you haven't played 5e, I highly recommend it. It's definitely the edition that I'm going to play with Matt because it'll be the easiest for him to get invested, because it basically takes out, not that there's anything wrong with this stuff, but it takes out like having to eat, having to sleep. Everything gets jumbled in like a rest, a long rest, short rest, and you tell somebody, hey, so I assume that you guys are going to take a long rest or a short rest. In my opinion, it was designed so people can focus more on the gameplay as opposed to the semantics of like real world stuff. Because in my opinion, if you're going to play a fantasy game, you're not going to want to think about eating and going to the bathroom and showering and, all that kind of stuff. You're going to want to get out there and fight orcs and all this stuff. So for me, I like that it's, some people say it's streamlined, but I don't like to say that because it kind of has a negative like shade to it. It's not dumbed down or anything like that. It's just made to where you can just get in and play. So if you haven't played 5e, I definitely recommend it. I think it's the best thing that's happened in the Dungeons and Dragons department, and I don't think it's going to go anywhere. I heard rumors of like a 5.5 or a 6th edition. I think that's crazy. I think they should stop. They shouldn't even mess with it because 5e's damn near perfect, in my opinion. Snarky videos. Oh, I read that one. Need to take Matt to a con. Actually, Matt's been to Pensacon. He's actually been to a con before. Of course, it was like the year before COVID happened, so it was kind of weird. But I'm sure he'll be down to go to another con. Slowly notify Matt, one of us. Yeah, definitely. Pastor, if you're going to wear the mask, please speak like Bane. Okay. So let's see here. Read any more comments from you, the subscribers. Kylo Ren is out. See you, Kylo. Appreciate you coming by. Yes, see you, Pastor. Have a great stream. See you, chat. Jay Wolfie must be leaving as well. Have a good one, Jay Wolfie. It's actually really hard to do the Bane voice in this mask because it requires a lot of like diaphragm work, and it's really hard to breathe because this mask is really thick. But I hope that was enough for the Bane itch, I guess. Dope Wolverine tattoo, bro. Hey, appreciate it, man. That's for my son. He was born 3/12/15, and we named him Logan, so that's for him. Who's hyped for Snyder Cut of Justice League? I am. This guy right here. He's hyped. And man, you're out of here, buddy. Hopefully you see it in playback. I'm saying bye. I'm trying to catch up on the chat here. Samky videos. What are my thoughts on the new Hulu Alien series? Guys, I must have been living under a rock for the last like week or so because a lot of this stuff is news to me. I haven't been caught up on any of this stuff. Aliens, excited. Always excited because I'm a fan of the franchise. We'll see what happens. I'm new to D&D, so I will start with this. Yes, I recommend it. I have a few videos in my channel on 5e primarily, and I have a couple more coming out that I have scripted. I just have to shoot them and edit them. So definitely check out 5e. Definitely check it out. I know that on my Patreon, on my highest tier, I have that you guys can play with D&D with me once a month. I haven't done that because I haven't had enough interest in it. So I might just switch it to, which I think I did it already. I switched it to a video game or D&D because I definitely want those top tier patrons to, get that special loving from me, because you guys are the top tier. So I definitely want to figure out which is the better way to engage with you guys in like a gaming platform. Let's see. Great Bane. Thanks, man. I try. Matt needs to go to Galaxy's Edge and build a lightsaber. Yeah, he definitely does. Just to say he did it. He's not, you know, he hates Star Wars, which is kind of weird to say. But I think everyone should experience it at least once. And I haven't even done it yet. But I plan on it. I think I caught up to the chat finally. Let's see here. Matt, I wrote a song. You wrote a song? Sweet, dude. Pastor, does my store host MTG tournaments pre-COVID? Yes. We were actually talking about it yesterday, that how crazy it used to be that Friday nights we used to get out of here at like 12 in the morning because we would be playing Magic till the end of the night. You know, people would be playing Friday Night Magic and hosting their own little tournaments and commander tournaments and stuff like that. And COVID just made it all go away. I know that eventually stuff will go back to normal, but it's been crazy because like we've been getting out of here like on time ever since COVID happened, because we don't have like our Warhammer tournaments or anything like that anymore that are in person. Snapkey videos. Did you see the 90s D&D film? I heard it was bad. Yeah. I did see it. I will be not even devil's advocate. I'll just be honest. When I was a kid, I loved it because it had Marlon Wayans, and I knew him. It had the guy from, was it The Adventures of Superman with Dean Cain? Dean Cain? I had the guy that played Jimmy, I believe, and he was like the lead, and I was like, I recognize him. The girl from, was it Men in Black? She's like darker skin girl, but she has like green eyes and looks really like she looked like an exotic fantasy elf with those piercing eyes. But I know her from something else. I think she was in a Will Smith movie, but I recognized the cast and I enjoyed it for that. I liked that it was very like, oh, Jeremy Irons, very like fantasy based and very like, you know, like fantasy, I guess is the only way I can put it. I don't know why as a kid I didn't know what Dungeons and Dragons were. I thought that was just the name of the movie, and I watched it and I was like, this is awesome. And then I never put the two and two together once I got into D&D because it was so bad. But people that were fans of D&D that came out, when it came out, they were like, this is god awful. See, I wasn't. I knew nothing about D&D, so I loved it. But I've watched it since because I have it on DVD and it does not hold up. The best part about it to me is Jeremy Irons, but just because Jeremy Irons' voice is just so iconic. But I have seen it. Well, with all that being said, I have seen it. Domino's or Pizza Hut? I'd have to say Pizza Hut. I've eaten more Domino's in my life, but growing up, I used to go to a store called it was like Woolworth or like BJ's Whole Store or something like that, and they had a Pizza Hut. Every store had a Pizza Hut, and they had this like personal pizza that they would cook to order, and it was just so good. So I would have to say Pizza Hut. But I haven't eaten Pizza Hut or even Domino's in months, just because I've been trying to eat better. But yeah, definitely Pizza Hut. Oh man, you're at my favorite place in town. Oh, Nathaniel Brown, what's going on, bro? He's actually a longtime friend of mine ever since I've pretty much lived here. He used to be a Magic judge, for those of you asking if we did Magic tournaments. And he just became a patron, so definitely show him love. Those of you that are patrons know because you guys have the Discord and stuff. But yeah, he's a great guy, man. Like, he knows all about this nerd stuff. If he was here, he'd be a great guy to pick his brain and ask questions and stuff because he knows all about this stuff as well. That would be awesome, the video of you all making lightsabers. Yeah, hopefully when I go to Galaxy's Edge, they allow me to do that. Because we plan on going to celebrate a couple birthdays, and hopefully they allow me to do that because that'd be really sweet. To make I know I want to make some kind of video similar to the one Holden did for you guys of my experience going there for the first time. Hopefully I'm able to do it. But yeah, let's see. Nathaniel, he works there. Oh yeah, Nathaniel knows, man. Nathaniel knows. He knows me beyond YouTube. He's a great guy, man. He's a great guy, guys. And I really am happy that the little bit that I saw on the Discord, because I've been really busy this last couple weeks. You guys have been showing him love and support. I really appreciate it. I mean, I'm not surprised. You guys are awesome. But yeah, Nathaniel's he's an old buddy of mine. Can we see the game room? Sure. So before I go in there, player's dungeon. Before I go in here, bear in mind that because of COVID, we kind of are using it as like a storage area, kind of, because it's not being utilized at the moment. And we've been rearranging the store. Of course, you guys have no point of reference because this is the first time you see the store, but we have rearranged a lot of stuff. So definitely bear that in mind. There's stuff everywhere. Normally, I'll explain to you how it's supposed to be, but this is what it looks like now. Before I go in there, let me catch up on the chat. How are my MTG singles out there? Pretty good. We have a lot of rares from back in Magic's, like, I think starting from, like, I want to say as far back as like Fallen Empires, we have rares. And we try to keep stuff in stock. A lot of stuff gets sold because we have a lot of Commander players. But yeah, we have pretty good selection out here. How about the D&D cartoon? I actually saw a couple episodes of that because of my boss Dave, because he loves it. It's definitely better than the movie. Has anyone seen the Gamers movies? No, I have not, actually. That's only Gamer I know is the one with Gerard Butler. If that's the one you're talking about, I think I saw it once. Yeah, BJ's. That was where I used to go, man. Joyful Spirit. I don't think we've heard of them. Favorite Mexican restaurant? There's a local one here called Azteca, and it's really good. Really, really good. What's the better, left Twix or right Twix? Right Twix, because, right, I guess. D&D gaming related movies. I'm not sure if there's another one besides the D&D movie. There's a lot of fantasy movies like Reign of Fire and stuff that I borrow plot points from when I run games. But I'll look into that, Joyful Spirit. I don't think there's others that I'm aware of. Do I prefer the 2018 Spider-Man game or the Miles Morales one? I think it's unfair to say that the Miles Morales one is a better game. I've said this before. I think it's because it's polished and they've learned from the things they wish they could have done, even though games can just change on a dime with an update. But the combat was better. The fact that Miles Morales has special powers as opposed to just the stuff that Peter has made the gameplay a little bit more interesting. It also made it a lot easier because you can go invisible and you can, paralyze your opponents and stuff like that. Honestly, I include them as one giant game, so it's kind of hard to say. I prefer the Miles one just because Miles is my favorite Spider-Man, but not because it's a better game than the Peter one. I think the Peter one is still one of the best Spider-Man stories, including all the movies. So it's kind of hard to pick. But as far as my favorite one goes, it's the Miles Morales one because of Miles Morales. Let's see. When's the Nerd Team 6 meetup at Disney going down? I don't know when all of us are because of COVID, but I know that Ash and I want to go to Galaxy's Edge sooner rather than later to celebrate our son Logan's birthday, because we wanted to go last year and we weren't able to go. So this year we're trying to make that happen. I'm working a lot to try and save up some money. You guys are going to help with some of the expenses, for directly supporting the channel, like with the super chats and everything, because I plan on making content and getting stuff to give back to the channel. And I've just been trying to buckle down and cutting stuff that I don't need, certain memberships and certain things that I pay that I'm I haven't used that in forever. So just to kind of make, more content for you guys. Mark McKeever is my patron, as well as Matt. Oh, dude, really? Random Andy, I know you had a channel because Random Andy's channel, but I need to sit down and look at all of the channels of the subscribers to my channel, because A, I want to support you guys, and B, I want to know what you guys have. So I'm definitely going to sit down one of these days and just have a channel binging on YouTube. What are the thoughts on Dragonheart, Sean Connery? I liked it as a kid. Oh, that's one of my favorite. I was actually talking about that the other day. That's one of my favorite Dragon movies of all time. Where he's like, you put it here. I was almost like a Bane Sean Connery. Where he's Malagat and I I think his name was Bram. I can't remember because it's been forever since I've seen it. But Dennis Quaid, amazing, amazing movie. I could talk about it forever. Maybe I could do a whole video on why that movie's awesome. But I'm gonna go in here now to the player's dungeon. Again, bear in mind, guys, this is not what it normally looks like because of COVID. They're asking for it. They're asking for the. Yeah. So, starting off, it's super ominous, right? Because it's dark. We actually have dungeon walls. Like, dungeon walls are cool. It's like a museum, right? It's so awesome. So I'm gonna turn on the light and walk in here. So, this is the player dungeon. I don't know the square footage, but it's a lot, guys. It's like twice the size of the store, I think. So, that door leads outside to the parking lot. Oh, got a super chat. Oh no, just a birthday cake. Trying to see where's it from. Oh, it went away. Ibrahima Traor. I'm sorry if I butchered your name. 149. Thank you very much for the sticker, I think is what it's called. I really appreciate that. Thank you. So that's the door that leads outside to the parking lot. So if you're in here gaming and you don't want to go through the retail part of the store, you can just go out to your car. This on the wall are all these like pictures and stuff. This is all the history of Warhammer, because this table, even though there's a bunch of stuff on it right now, see some of the terrain and stuff. This is where the players play Warhammer. They play Warhammer on these tables here with all this terrain that's all put away and stuff. A lot of it is terrarium furniture that just doubles as terrain for Warhammer. That's where they play. So because of COVID, we're just using it as storage to kind of fix everything up. This guy right here, he needs to be repaired, but that kind of sits in there like that, and that's made up of Warhammer minis. That's several $100s in minis that were donated to the store just to kind of create this little robot thing. Hopefully you guys can see that. So that's where that happens. This is a dragon head that my boss created for a party that we had, a Halloween party before COVID happened. And this was like the head of our ship, which was pretty cool. Along with his Batman helmet that he created for the party because he went as Batman. This is a real metal helmet, and he just added a Batman mask to it. And it looks super cool. It's very heavy, so I'm trying not to drop it. And that's a mailbox. I know it's random, but it's pretty much how he was in the military, so he has all this camo netting, makes it look really cool. These here are private dungeons. There's 1, 2, 3, 4 of them. So that door, that door, they kind of blend in with this wall. This is where private Dungeons and Dragons and mini games take place. So if you come to the store, it's completely free of charge. You come in here and you tell one of us, you're like, hey, I want to play D&D with my friends, but I kind of want to be in a private setting. So you would just give us your ID, and that way we know who's accountable in this room. And you have a private little 8x10 little area. Like I said, it usually has 2 big tables and stuff. There's not like, we're in the process of making it look a little nicer and stuff, where you would play. And then you have like a door that you can close and everything for privacy. So there's 4 of those rooms. Try to maneuver around all this equipment here. So that's pretty much what all these rooms are. We're all going to theme them differently. Like this one, right, currently, it's Harry Potter themed. So we're going to theme them differently. Here's the green screen setup because, like I said, my boss is also a YouTuber and he does a lot of his videos here. Basically, that's the gist of this area. And then we also, like, when this is going as normal, whatever, these kind of tables that are here line up this entire area from here all the way to the wall, and that's where people play card games and stuff. Now we have couches here because as employees, this has become kind of like the lounge, and we sit down and watch that 70-inch TV. Doesn't look like a 70-inch TV because I'm very far away from it, but we watch Netflix, we watch any kind of movies, and just hang out when we're not at work, even though we're still at work. But this is where like the employees and the close friends and stuff come out here behind the scenes since COVID happened, and get stuff done and just get away. We also have a really gigantic metal ampersand, which is the D&D logo, and it's amazing because it's actually welded together and it just gives it a whole awesome backdrop. Of course, like I said, if all this stuff was in its proper place, it would look a lot cooler, but that's pretty much the game area. And this is where usually most people, like we've even had SCA. I don't know if you guys know the SCA. I forgot what it stands for, but it's basically like full contact recreational combat from like medieval times and stuff. And we will literally use this carpet as a ring, and you can't step outside the carpet. And they would literally have combat here, and we would literally, because there's plenty of overhang room and all that kind of stuff. So we've done a lot of things with this room. All right, let's catch up with the chat here. Let's see. Let's see here. I need to know. I have a question. Oh, someone's trying to get a hold of me, I guess. You can definitely email me at snapcubevideos@gmail.com. Hopefully that helps. But yeah, that's pretty much it. That's pretty much it. Oh, there's a giant dragon up here at the very top of the dungeon area. There's a big dragon up here, which is pretty sweet. And like a treasure chest with gold and stuff. Oh, yeah, I'm in comic books. Thanks, man. James Riech. Again, I'm bad with names. I hope I'm not butchering anyone's names. I apologize. Thanks a lot, man. My boss actually made that for me. Stephen Baker, thank you for all the love, man, and all the positivity, bro. Keep it up, man. Beats my old game room by 1,000,000%. Oh, hey, man, we try and make it cool. Like I said, you're not even getting the full effect. So hopefully when COVID goes away, I'll make another video as like an update to this one. And, it'd be cool if that's like my 100,000 subscriber hit. That'd be really cool, right? Pastor WB upcoming movies, theater or at home. Honestly, if I do anything like in public, I always wear my mask. I always maintain social distancing regulations and stuff. I try not to do things in public just because of the pandemic and everything. But there are times where I'm like, hey, if there's no one in the theater, or if I can sit all the way in the back, and I would like to. I miss going to the theater. So I mean, I definitely would like to. I have not seen Wonder Woman 1984 yet, so that kind of gives you any kind of indication. I'm still kind of paranoid with the whole thing, just because I want to stay safe. But I would love to go back to the movies. What character do I play in D&D? Great question. I normally play a dwarf. I normally play as a dwarf because I am drawn to the stone cunning and the fact that they're not human and the fact that they're barbarians and they're just like, super in tune with dragons and gold and, and blah, 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 super rowdy. I love that. Let's see. Oh, yeah, definitely visit if you ever come this way at my comic books. That'd be sweet, dude. Buy some Kaldheim while you're there. Yeah. I actually bought a pre-release kit yesterday actually. I got a World Tree, I think it was, or Tree of the World. I can't remember what it was. I'm trying to learn the set, but I'm looking for a Phyrexian Vorinclex because I love the Phyrexian text. It's like a chase card. I think it's like $90 or something crazy like that. But I'm actually looking for one of those. So that's going to be hopefully what I pull when I buy my box. You like to play a healer, Joyful Spirit? That's awesome. Because healers are very important. I really want to get a D&D game going again. Maybe I can learn Roll20 and we can just play. It's kind of like just like a special one shot or something. That'd be really cool. Pastor, you would love the story of my first D&D game too long for chat. Oh, we could definitely discuss it on Discord or something, bro. Let's see. Oh, Mark McKeever, what's the January giveaway? So, a couple things. I know that Alex W won December or November's. I think there was a problem with the shipping. Like it was either something happened with the shipping, which I have it. It's fine. Like I have it. I just haven't. It hasn't gotten to you yet, which is what I want. I'm probably gonna go with a more direct. Like nothing against the post office, but like probably go with like FedEx or something just to ensure that it all gets there and stuff. It, I know I don't think Alex W is in the chat, but I had like a stack of comics for him, like I think 3 or 4 comics that all go together in a storyline for November, and then December's. I know I shipped it. I shipped through. I can't remember how I shipped to the Hammer, but it got to Joyful Spirit. I'm happy that got there safe because I was really worried about that. As far as January goes, so Alex W, if you're in the chat, hopefully you bear with me. I might even throw something else special just for the wait. Your comics are gonna go to you, bro. I'm sorry about the confusion, COVID and everything, and time and everything has gotten in the way as it always does. But I apologize for that. January, I wanted to do something special. So I got, partly because of the 501st and because my wife wanted to make minis and stuff like that, we saved up some money and bought a 3D printer. And they're a lot more affordable than they used to be. And they're a lot more, it's down to a science now where things are easier, more user friendly, that kind of thing. I wanted to do a 3D printed image and send it to January's winner. Kind of like a fresh thing. It's the newest thing, the newest project that I've been working on is learning 3D printing and stuff. So I'm probably going to print like a little figure and send it off. That is something that I'd like to do if it works out, if you guys are interested in that kind of stuff. Make like a figure, maybe even make a figure and have that be like intertwined between comic books and 3D printed figures, little figurines, you little things for like the desk or for like, your room or something like that. If you guys like that, I might do a poll on my Patreon and see what the patrons think. Those of you, not to be a plug cliche here, but if you want to support the channel, Patreon is probably the best way to do it. Apart from the free way, which is basically just liking every video, commenting every video, subscribing, that kind of thing to YouTube. That is definitely a perfect way of supporting the channel, and it's 100% free. But if you want to take it to the next level and monetarily support the channel to support all the things I do, Patreon is the best way to do it. It's definitely something that I'm trying to perfect, and I'm trying to make it worth it for all of you who have been loyal on Patreon and have been so supportive and so helpful. You guys have helped us a lot, especially through this hard time and stuff. So I definitely want to give my thanks there. Definitely thinking about doing the 3D printed thing. I'm trying to, all my thoughts are going crazy right now. But I definitely want to do a 3D printed test and see if you guys like that idea. And because I'm not home and I don't have my trusty D20 that I use on all the giveaways, I don't want to break the tradition. I actually forgot it at home. So I'm gonna do another live at some point this weekend, and it's gonna be all about Patreon and thanking the patrons and giving each and every patron a shout out, kind of dedicating the live to the patrons. And I definitely want to round off that live with announcing January's winner and what they're going to win. Hopefully that'll give me a couple days as well to print a little figurine, that something special, and hopefully I can get custom things done, design custom figurines with the Snapkeep Videos logo in mind and stuff like that. And hopefully you guys like that. So definitely raise your hand in chat, voice your opinions in any way on Instagram, however you guys like to get a hold of me, telling me if you think that's a good idea, because I think it'd be cool. That way it's not just comic books that I give off. I give off a little bit of a tangible, something that's not just a comic book. Nothing that there's anything wrong with that, obviously, but you guys know what I mean. That was a lot to get through. Sorry, my head's spinning right now. Let's see. I'm going to catch up on the chat. I'm actually going to have a sit down for 5 seconds so I can catch up on the chat here. Let's see. Since I'm the only one in here, I think I'm going to take my mask off. So I'm literally the only one in here. Let's see. That's much better. Now I can breathe. Let's see here. y'all sell any Funko Pops? Nick, yes, we do. When I go back out there, I'll definitely show you the ones that we have left. We try to keep them in stock as far as like fresh ones go, like ones that are like in demand now, or new. But yes, we do sell Funko Pops. Pastor, who's your favorite live action Spider-Man? Toby, Andrew, or Tom? It would probably have to be Toby because he has that quirky, self-conscious Spider-Man appearance to me. I think Andrew Garfield was just more of like the skater Spider-Man who didn't really have to try very hard to, get the girl. I think the girl was kind of into him from the beginning, whereas Peter had that vulnerable, we've all been there, crushing on a girl that we were too afraid to talk to. Plus, he has more of the traditional Spider-Man. I think Andrew Garfield is more of like an ultimate or spectacular Spider-Man, or like a different iteration of Peter Parker. To me, Toby was like the Peter Parker. So, and then Tom Holland, I think, is just like the other extreme. So like he's like the really young Spider-Man. So I don't want to sit there and say, oh, he's Iron Man Jr., which I totally get it. That argument that people, say when they're like, oh, he's just Spider-Man Jr. I totally get it, but that's not why I don't pick Tom Holland. It's just Toby had just had that impact because Sam Raimi just delivered so well. I mean, Spider-Man 2, I felt so bad that the last community post, I didn't even include Spider-Man 2. I was like, what is wrong with me? So yeah, Toby. Gonna leave in a few minutes, almost 4 a.m. Oh yeah, man. I'm sorry about the really late live for those of you that are, across the globe. It's just Ash gets off work so late, and I was like, I have to do it today. So I tried to give you guys a heads up with the live and the community posts and stuff. Hopefully, I'm glad that we had a consistent of like 35 people in here, so I definitely am happy that you guys were able to hang out. But definitely go get your sleep, go to work, do the things that you need to do. This all comes secondary. I really appreciate it hanging out here. That those of you that were able to come. Definitely have a good night. Let's see. I'll remind Alex W. Have him on Discord. Yeah, definitely. Favorite Robin Williams movie? Mrs. Doubtfire, hands down. That's my favorite movie. The most fond memories I have of it. I quote it all the time. I just think it was so wholesome. I came from a broken home myself. So like my parents divorced when I was 4. And, I kind of saw my dad on the weekends, kind of deal. My mom tried to make it super not awkward, like kind of how Miranda, those of you who have seen Mrs. Doubtfire, where she was like, dad was at the doorstep and you guys can see your dad, but you guys live with me. That's how my life was with my brother. So it just impacted us in a very strong way. And it's just really funny. But I know he has really good movies too, not to say that he doesn't. All right, Kaden, have a good one. Thanks for stopping by. Hopefully you heard me say bye because I'm trying to catch up on the chat. Love most of Robin Williams' movies. Yeah, it's a tragedy to lose him. Definitely a tragedy. He's so gifted, and it's just so sad. So sad. Hero Forge is a custom mini shop. I think you can get a file to print. Yes, I definitely am getting into that because of the D&D thing, because I want to create my own character that's unique to me, like that has the weapon I want and all that kind of thing. I'm definitely getting into that, Joyful Spirit. That's a really good call. Have a great night. Yeah, definitely have a great night, Kaden. Hands down, Good Will Hunting. That's a fantastic movie. Fantastic movie. The Patreon benefits rock. Thanks, Chief Supreme. I'm really trying. I don't want to. I'm just super paranoid. I was talking to Ash about it, and I was like, I haven't played D&D. Those of you that are paying $25 a month, as a patron, I'm like, oh my God, I just hope that they, that I'm not gypping them, because I definitely want you guys to get your money's worth because you guys are really impacting me personally. And the channel, because I'm able to, like, this gimbal was $35 and I was able to get that because of Patreon money, because stuff has been real tight because of COVID, and I definitely just want to give my thanks in any kind of inventive way possible, because those of you that literally just on the jump, I didn't even have a single benefit, and you guys, there was like a handful of you, like Mark McKeever and MN Comic Books and stuff. You guys were like, we want to be a patron. We just need a place to sign up. And I was like, well, I don't have anything to offer you guys yet. You're like, it doesn't matter. I just want to support the channel. And I totally was like,
oh my God, maybe they just want to support the channel. Maybe it's not, maybe the benefits are just a bonus. They're not here for the benefits. And I have to, not that I'm, not that that's what's going on, but I'm like, that could be a possibility. And I have to just kind of take a deep breath and stop being paranoid. But I definitely am focused on Patreon because it is a very, very cool way to kind of give thanks to you guys for supporting, because I could directly influence you guys get the videos early, you guys get the shout outs, so that's all cool. But I want to give you guys special stuff as well. That's why the giveaways it's kind of like my favorite benefit, and I want to make sure that that stuff's on point. Let's see here. Pastor, congrats, my guy. I wanted to hop on and wish you congrats before I started editing my next video. Congrats, brother. Dude, thanks a lot. I really appreciate it, man. The 6K. I can't believe it. I really can't believe it, because I know that consistency is key and everything, but it's just so, like, the validation. And I know that life's not supposed to be about validation, but come on, we all know we like validation. You like when you work hard on something and you see that you've put your heart, sweat, blood, tears, everything into it, and you get the return. It's amazing. It's like mowing the grass. I say this all the time. It's like when you mow the grass, it's instant gratification. You look behind you and you're like, that grass is cut because of me. So the fact that I am able to grow on something that I'm so passionate about, making videos. And I told Holden a long time ago, I was like, look, it'd be great to have 1 million subscribers, but I just want to have a dedicated fan base that when I upload a video, it doesn't take 30 days for 2 people to watch it, because it's something I really like. Like, it's something that I really like, that I really want to talk about, like my D&D videos or my review videos or whatever. I like for you guys to hear what I have to say about a certain topic. And the fact that I have you guys, I mean, the live, just in 30 seconds, I had 23 of you guys wanting to take a moment out of your day to listen to what I had to say. It's just so humbling and so rewarding, and I thank you guys from the bottom of my heart. I'll send you Goodwill Hunting, by the way. Oh, you sent? Oh, yes. So I actually have a package that I need to open, that I didn't know who it came from, but I wanted to open it on stream. I'm actually gonna go get it. Thank you. If that's what that is, that's awesome, because I don't think I've seen that movie all the way through, believe it or not. Sorry, but I am really interested in it because I know it's a fantastic movie. Would be awesome, Pastor. Great idea. Okay, the great ideas are for the 3D printing thing, I assume. That's awesome. I'm glad you guys are taking to that. Patreon is an awesome way to get some nice perks. Yes, like I said, guys, I'm so thankful for those of you who are patrons, because it's amazing, that you guys see value in me so much that you want to support monetarily. It's amazing. The couch looks so comfy. Dude, guys, this couch is insane. It's a trap. I have fallen asleep on this couch in the middle of a Magic tournament before. Like, I'm literally like waiting for my next round, and I'm just like, because it literally engulfs your entire body. What's the Discord? So the Discord I have set up for patrons. So if you are, right now it's set up for my Jedi Knights and my Jedi Masters. I'm thinking about actually adding a different tier, another tier to the Discord, just to kind of bridge the gap with, just the different levels of how much it costs and stuff. And also because I wanted to include a Sith option, because Patrick Stewart is definitely a Sith Lord, and he mentioned, which I don't know if he was half serious or not, but he was like, I would love to be a patron, but I can't tie myself to anything of the light side. So I want to do a Sith one to kind of, bridge that gap. So I definitely want to, get to that as fast as possible, because I have all these ideas in my head. But basically the Discord is for right now. The Discord for me directly, like the one that I have for me directly, is for the patrons, and it's definitely open for those of you that are a Jedi Knight or a Jedi Master. You are welcome. Thank you. Also, virtual hugs to all of you. Thanks, Stephen Baker, man. I appreciate it, man. Hug back to you, bro. Cosmo Nightly, it's for yeah. Okay, so I'm definitely behind in the chat because you guys are answering these questions already. Let's see. Patrick Stewart was serious. Yeah, I think he was. I remember being homesick from school and watching Bernie Mac show. Yeah, Bernie Mac, dude. I remember I was watching recently, not that long ago. I was watching what was it? Transformers, the first one, where he's like 4,000, or no, he's like 5,000 or whatever, and Shia LaBeouf's like, the custom stripes. He goes, yeah, but it's faded. He's like, yeah, but it's custom. He's like, it's custom faded, and he goes, yeah. And he's like, what about the car choose a driver? Yeah, car choose a driver with a cheap ass father. So nope, get out, And he he's like, so the whole thing blows up, and he's like 4,000, and I don't know, dude. It was just so cool that like he turns around and he's like 4,000, Bernie Mac, dude. Like I remember watching Bernie Mac, Steve Harvey, Cedric the Entertainer. Actually, Steve Harvey I've said this before, I think. He did the graduation speech for my graduating class because I went to school in New York, and he had his radio show. His office was right above, because my high school was also an office building. So like the first 10 floors were the high school, and then the rest of it was an office building. And the principal actually had Steve Harvey come down and give the graduation speech for us for the year that we graduated, which was really cool. Let's see here. What's the best Shia LaBeouf movie in my opinion? I saw Honey Boy, and that was amazing. Those of you who haven't seen it yet, it's an Amazon Prime original. It's based off of his life when he did Even Stevens, and he plays his father. And it is such a good movie from that perspective because it's based off of his life. But as far as my favorite Shia LaBeouf movie, it's probably Disturbia. It's actually a video. I always say it's a video I'm working on because I'm working on so many things. But there's a video that I have coming out soon. I have it scripted. I just have to film it and edit it, which is, believe it or not, the easiest part of it because scripting it is the hardest. But I have a video on top 10 movies that I can watch all the time. Like at any given moment, it's like the Warren movies, like the movies that like you're like, wow, you've read that book a million times. It's falling apart, but for a movie. And it's 10 movies that I can literally watch at any time, and Disturbia is on that list. And then the other video is top 10 movies that I can quote from beginning to end. So those two videos will be coming out relatively soon. I just have to sit down in front of it. Now that I have this gimbal, I think I can film hands free and not worry about dragging a giant tripod around. But so yeah, the Disturbia is my favorite Shia LaBeouf movie. It's something about it. I don't know what it is. It's like, the fact that in your own home, it has that element of like stranger calls and stuff, but it's different. And it struck me. I don't know why. I think it was because it was so realistic as far as like, things can be happening that you're not aware of. I don't think the acting was god tier. It's just something about the movie, and it's just my own personal not pet peeve, but like guilty pleasure, I guess. Let's see here. Let's see. You got to see Steve Harvey give a live speech. That's insane. Well, I actually, hopefully I'm not bursting bubbles here, but I don't remember the speech. I knew that he was giving it, so it may or may not have been during a time where I wasn't at school for whatever reason. He may have given it when I had a free day or when I had a half day or something, because I don't remember. I didn't go to my traditional graduation. I ended up having to take a couple classes in the summer because I was not always a perfect person, and I used to cut gym class because it was at 6 a.m, and I was not a morning person. I'm still not a morning person, so I had to go to summer school for gym class. I know that sounds ridiculous, but basically it's like lunch and gym are free, like, periods, and I had to go to graduate to get my diploma. I had to get my gym credit, so I didn't march with my class, but I wasn't really into that growing up. I know that it's a part of growing up and it's a rite of passage and everything, but at the time I just wasn't that into it. So I don't regret it or anything, but it's just not traditional, and I don't think that I was there for the speech, but I know he gave it. And growing up in New York, not to sound like showboaty or anything, but like you run into celebrities all the time. So like I like you'd go in there and you get like a cup of coffee, and I took my first college classes in New York, and I would go in there and get like a cup of coffee, and then like out of nowhere, Hugh Jackman or somebody would walk in because they're filming a movie, and you're just like I met Ewan McGregor that one time because he was having coffee right outside my building, and I was like, dude, you're Obi-Wan. And he's like, I sure am. And I'm like, you're like breathing the same air I'm breathing. And he's like, yes, indeed I am. And I'm like, so like growing up, after a while, especially going to cons, not that I get desensitized or not starstruck, but it's like, a lot more understandable. It's like, it's something that's like they're just people too, So that's probably why I was like, oh no, I miss Steve Harvey, because I knew that I was, I wasn't really missing out. But then again, I'm like, it's Steve Harvey. So, but yeah, he did give a graduation speech for my graduating class. I know I go on tirades, but yeah. Pastor, you could just be sitting there for 2 days telling us stories. I know, right? That's what it seems like. Like I think I have to do more lives, guys. I mean, I think I don't do enough lives because there's so many things that happen that I just like. I tell my wife and I talk to my wife about it. Like her and I are like, oh, let's talk about our day, and she's like, oh, XYZ or whatever. And I'm just like, I know it's really funny. This happened to me. And then like we just laugh and we have a good time. And I'm like, some of these stories I think the subscribers would like to hear because they're funny and they're memorable and So yeah, maybe I just need to do more lives. Make it a regular thing. Like do a live every single week or twice a week or something like that. Yeah, Honey Boy was amazing. I just feel bad that when I go on these tirades, I get so backed up on chat. What's up? Oh, no, it's fine. It's fine. But yeah, I definitely have to open up that package. We've been on for an hour and 15 minutes. I think this is like the longest live I've ever had. Hey, Pastor, watching with your madre. Well, greetings to your madre. Oh, I just realized who this is. Oh, yes. Tell your mom I said hi. It's been a long, long time. Years, actually, since I worked there. So it's definitely awesome that you're hanging out. I don't know how long you've been in the chat, but because for the phone, it kind of goes away after a while, and then I have to like touch the screen so I can see the chat. And if I wait too long, there's like 15 messages that show up, and then I'm like, oh crap, So, but yeah, so the gimbal battery part just died on my phone because I've been on for about an hour and a half. So I'm probably just going to open let me lock this real fast. All right. So I locked it in place. Cool. So I'm going to open Jeff. Yeah, welcome Jeff. Definitely. Jeff, I worked with Jeff's mom at the hospital, and she was my, the nurse, like one of the charge nurses that was on the unit. And so many memories from that hospital. That's where I met my wife. That's where I met Holden. So that hospital, definitely a big part of my life. Yes, I deal with a lot of like, traumatic experiences and stuff that we all went through there. And I get like, flashbacks and stuff from it. But the good definitely outweighs the bad because I met so many good people, so many amazing memories. And I mean, like I said, my wife and my best friend, I met there. So what more can you ask for, right? I'd love to meet you guys because my mom used to talk about them so much. They seem super cool. Yeah, your mom actually talked a lot about you, believe it or not. She definitely like talked about, what your ventures and what you were working on, like when you would get up and go to work, you were changing jobs and you were trying to figure out your career and stuff. And she always had nice, good things to say. And I wasn't a parent then. So now that I am a parent, it's like I can't wait to talk about my kids the way your mom talked about you and how proud she was of you and stuff. So definitely a two-way street, man. She definitely talked a lot about you too. Oh, the name of the store is Game Masters Guild. Yes, Chief Supreme's on point. Definitely. She says, love you, bro. Oh, I appreciate it, man. Tell her I love her too. Much love. I know she probably doesn't recognize me because I put on a few pounds, but I'm working on that. I'm working on going back to the way I used to be. Super lean, mean, and fighting machine, right? But yeah, so now it's been an hour and 18 minutes. So I'm going to go out there and load. Let me try and stand this up. Put this tripod thing down for a second. If I can. Not sure how this works. Whoop. Alright. Let's have it stand there for a second. I need to put my mask on. Alright, it's not working. Not cooperating. Let me see if this helps. Yep, there we go. That helps. All right. Stand that up there. Oh, we got a super chat. Georgie Boy 7. No super yet. Here you go. Looking forward to more. My friend finally watches. Also, did you tell Holden not to have Jen watch any more WandaVision? I think he knows. I think he knows now. Thanks a lot for the super chat, by the way, Georgie boy. All right, take this off for a second. There we go. Perfect. All right. Still learning this little gimbal thing. All right, so I'm gonna go back out there because the package is behind the counter, and I think that's how we're gonna end the live today.
No, there's 2 decks up front that I needed to mark.
All right, so what up, man? Oh, hi. Yeah, I'm just gonna open up this. I'm gonna end the live with open up this fan mail. Yeah.
I do
So
have something I gotta tell you.
what?
I lose.
You lose? Oh man, the game.
Yeah.
That's not right.
All right, let's see here.
And you just said it on the line.
All right, let's see.
That's not right.
Yes.
I'm gonna raise this up here. There we
Sorry,
go.
6K people.
Sweet, that'll work. Let's make sure I didn't. All right, so about to crack into this. So I got a package from the Fantasy Network. Not sure which one of you sent this, but it's addressed to me. So we'll see what's in here. As always, guys, I love opening fan mail. I love receiving any kind of fan mail, whether it's art or you guys have been sending movies and stuff. Definitely feel free. I'm going to link the P.O. box in the description. Oh my goodness, what is this? Oh, the gamer. One of you was actually just talking about this. So it's 2 adventures called The Gamers.
The gamers?
Yeah.
DVD the gamers?
Uh-huh.
Oh, we see. Yeah, it's funny.
So it looks like the
There's very
AD&D cover, and then on the back, it's another cover. I've never seen this before. One of the 3 I think it's 2 of the 3. I think it's 2. Let me yeah, it's 2 of them. It's definitely 2 of them, which is a really cool design that it's like on both sides. Sorry, that's a lot of glare. Oh. Yes, that's awesome. Thank you so much. If you're in the chat, whoever sent this, definitely let me know so I know who to thank. This is awesome. I can't wait to watch it because I don't even know anything about this. No, Val just said she's seen it, so I kind of curious.
Dad used to watch it. It's how he found one of his friends.
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, so I'm definitely going to check this out. Humans and households as D&D characters in our world. Oh my god. That sounds insane. That sounds so cool, man. Like I really am excited. I mean, it's like 95 minutes long, so it's a legit feature film. That's awesome. Again, whoever sent this, thank you very much. I'm not sure which one of you did, but thanks. Oh, this was you, Joyful Spirit? This was you that sent this? That's awesome. Thank you so much. Yeah, Nick, have a great, safe drive back, man. Appreciate you stopping by, hanging out. But yeah, that's super sweet. Thank you so much for that. But before my phone dies, I guess I should cut it short because I don't have my charger or anything with me right now. But Jeff, definitely looking forward to seeing you again. It's great that your mom, it's basically like a way to rekindle back with your mom and stuff. Hopefully she's doing well. Hopefully you guys are both doing well. Thank you for hanging out and stopping by. Close to finishing my New Mutants run. Really? Dude, that's sick. That is sick. Heck yeah, just everyone saying have a good day to those of you leaving. These people in the shop knew about it. Yeah, definitely. I mean, I'm like I said, I knew nothing about it, but I'm always, interested in watching like old indie stuff that I kind of just like flew under the radar, either because I just didn't know about it or I was too young or whatever the reasoning. So I'm actually really excited for this. Yeah, that's really cool.
But yeah, you guys definitely. I'm trying to remember the Patreon, all that stuff. All the plugs will be down below. Teespring to get this kind of stuff, like the cool shirts and stuff. There, I'm working on doing other things like mugs and stuff like that. But all the links to all the channels, like Holden's channel, Matt's channel, Jeremy's channel, will all be down in the description of this video when it posts. If you want to be a patron, like I said, that'd be really cool. The link will be in the description. Definitely feel free to just go and see. Something might call to you there. It's a great way to get videos early. It's a great way to get shout outs at the end of every video. And it's a great way to get like full fun giveaways and stuff. So definitely check that out. Thank you guys all for hanging out. You guys it's been pretty consistent for an hour and a half. You guys are awesome. Now you guys got to see where I work and where I buy all my cool stuff and where I used to play Magic when COVID wasn't happening. Hopefully it'll come back sooner rather than later. But yeah, you guys, this has been super, super sweet. Definitely feel free to answer any questions among yourselves in the chat for however long it lets you. I'm going to sign off now. Got to go meet up with Ash and figure out what's going on, what we're going to do for dinner or whatever. But you guys have been awesome. Thank you so much for hanging out. And I will catch you in the next video. You guys take it easy.